What's up, Safemoon Army? These are interesting times, don't you think? Well, if you don't know, we're on the road. We're driving. Now, this road is not smooth. A lot of potholes. I tell you what, I've run into several. And what I'm talking about is the transition to the Safemoon Solana version. And it's not been a smooth road. It's been okay. There have been tokens that have been trapped or caught, mine included. My experience has been this. I sent a test batch of like 10,000 tokens. That went through okay. Another test batch of like 100, maybe it was 200,000 tokens. That went through okay, or at least that's how it appeared. Then I sent the majority of my tokens in one batch. We're talking about several million tokens. Now, they never showed up. Now, the first swaps occurred and were completed in 2 or 3 minutes, each one. The second one, or correction, the third one, the major, the Big Daddy, it was 36 hours, hadn't seen anything. Now, if you're on the Telegram with the DGX Safemoon team, there's been some communications back and forth, and I'm sorry, there's something weird going on here. I have to look into it later. But the thing is, they say, well, hey, there's some tokens that were, I forget the word they used offhand, but essentially they were frozen or caught. And there's a lot of back and forth from people who had this experienced this trapped tokens, and they're dealing with it as best they can. I'm not saying that they're really messing up. It has nothing to do with that per se. It's more of a thing of, they're trying to make things happen for us and themselves, of course, but for us. And, we've been pushing it and pushing it. It's like, okay, well, let's go ahead and get this swap going. And it wasn't perfectly tested. They had probably ran some general tests, but we're soldiers, man. Sometimes the weapons, we don't really see how effective they are until they're actually used in battle. And it's cool. Safemoon Army, we are still good. We're still on the road. Now, some of you have noticed or may have noticed that oh, by the way, this has nothing to do with financial advice. I'm just commenting on Safemoon. I'm not a financial advisor. Do your own research. But the thing is that we're in territory where we could be back. No, could we? There's no could be. We're back, folks. It's like, hey, it's not smooth, but so what? It's not costing us anything per se. Now, there's some glitches that may cost some people. Like if this freezing stuff ends up permanent on some certain tokens. I don't know what's going on with that, but the thing is, some of us may have noticed that you had your token had a certain value in your wallet, and you swapped it over to the Solana version, and the value decreased a little bit, or a lot of bit, certain multiples. I would say that that's okay. It's a transition, folks. It's a transition from a dead, not dead, totally dead, because obviously there was some life in being shown, but it's transferred to a new viable platform and didn't lose all of its value, folks. And that value can go up. And that's up to us to bring it up when the time comes, when the real trading starts. And you've got some tokens to work with. You got some weapons to work with. Army, let's build this thing back up to where it was. No, forget back up. Skip all that. Way past where it was. We can do this, man. We got a story. Some of y'all who are good with AI or with your own fingers typing, come up with some press releases, some things, some tools that we can use to push this thing out here. So the narrative is sweet, man. We came back from there. We already discussed this. We already discussed it. And I'm sure some of you have too. We essentially are back, albeit through a bumpy road, a bumpy ride. But that's all right. That's all right. You know, the road doesn't have to be smooth as long as the car or the vehicle is strong enough, has good suspension. That's us. Powerful engine. That's also us. And good fuel. That's us. Let's push this thing on out. And for those of you who are experiencing problems, take a deep breath. They're working through it. I mean, it's not a perfect thing, but it's a thing. And outside of any lost tokens, it's not costing us anything. All right. Safemoon. The moves are being made. It's time to get ready to hit the battlefield or hit it, however you want to look at it. That's about it. One more comment. The smaller token transfers that I've had, they're not showing. And that's one of the things. VGX, the VGX slash SafeMoon wallet is not showing these token additions as a transaction. They're just there. So I can't see when they came. I can't see how much came. And I'm noticing some strange things, which I'll also discuss in a different video, where the amount of tokens fluctuates. It's not a major fluctuation. It's not going from 1 million to 100,000. It's going from, let's say, 1,300,000 to 1,250,000 to 1,350,000. And fluctuating though. I don't know what's up with that. I don't even know how that's possible within the crypto space, within the blockchain. But maybe some of you do. Maybe you want to share that with the rest of the community. The soldiers would like to know. But in any case, for the most part, we're here. For the most part, my tokens are in the VGX wallet. I may move them to a different one. I have to see. I did have trust in this SafeMoon wallet. So I'm going to see what happens. I do have receipts, i.e.,